You going with me?
No.
Why not?
I already did chores out there this morning. I'm not going back out. Have fun.
This might be one of the dumbest things I've done for y'all. Now, it's a balmy 16 degrees. And I'm gonna try to get y'all with this for this, doing a soil sample. It's dumb, I know. Hey y'all, welcome back to Heirloom Permaculture. Sorry for the shaky video, but like I said, it is freezing cold. We're up to 16 degrees. At least that's what the weather app shows here locally. I don't know. Our thermometer, the digital one, not reading. So it's pretty cold. Not even reading here in the tunnel. But we talk about all the time how important we feel it is to do your soil testing, and it's the time of year, it's early February, where it's the best time to get the test done so that you know what you need to do before you start planting in the ground. And Mother Nature hadn't been cooperating, but we can't wait any longer. So we're coming up on much colder weather, and as cold as it is today, we've got some highs in the single digits and lows, like 7, 8 below zero. Wind chill is going to be negative 20 or lower. So I'm taking advantage of today to get this done, and I'm going to take y'all with us. I know a lot of people are intimidated by the thought of doing the soil testing. They've never done it. I remember the first time we did, I didn't know what to expect, and so I'm going to show y'all just what it is and how easy it is, except for the travel today and dealing with frozen ground and extremely cold temps and everything else. But the sampling and the turning in the test, it's pretty painless. So let's start pulling some samples.
I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulder, heart full of blues. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt.
All right, so that's the sampling inside the tunnel. What you want to do is get down to about 6 inches deep. I'm just using a little garden trowel. I'm not scraping anything off the surface because I want to get the full core sample from the surface down to that deep. My preferred method, some people take a little bit off the top and then get a deeper sample, but this works for us. Once I get outside, I probably will have to scrape a little bit off just because we have the sleet and snow and ice and whatever else. So If the ground's drier, it's better. You definitely don't want it waterlogged. But we'll see this stuff out here once I get it thawed out, if it's frozen. I don't know how bad it affects the testing. I think it's more about they've got to get it dried out to do the sample, so it may just take a little longer. But it's what we've got, and can't wait for drier days right now. So again, got 2 samples from each bed here. I'll go see what I can get outside.
Get you some dirt?
Yeah. And cold hands.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you're so mean. Did you have gloves on?
I did have gloves on.
Woo. Oh my gosh! Oh, you're feeling that. That's lovely.
All right, now it's just a matter of stirring it all together. Make sure we don't get any big chunks. We've still got some wood chips in there from starting this garden out there, so just picking those out, and then I'm gonna take a sandwich size bag and fill it all the way up. Be plenty for the sample, and then we gotta take it and drop it off. We're headed to the county extension office, and I'm showing 14 degrees, so it's nice and cold.
Gonna be nice and cold for a while.
Yeah. The roads, oh, why is he stopping? The roads aren't bad, luckily, right now.
Yeah.
But we got, I don't know, varying forecasts.
Last one I said be where you need to be by Saturday and be prepared to not leave till at least Tuesday.
Because they're saying we've seen anywhere from 5 to 20 inches of snow forecasted.
Yeah, so who knows, we'll see.
Yeah. So hopefully, I'd rather get snow than more ice,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
This is weird for us though. We don't usually stay this cold for this long. I mean, it's gotten this cold. It's not uncommon to get a
It's
negative,
one day.
yeah,
Maybe
negative degree, negative temperature for a day or two. But then, yeah, we're usually back up to 60 the next day. So this is a long cold stretch.
And it's very rare for us to have high temps in the single digits,
Yeah,
especially more than one day.
right.
So it's definitely I know it's not related. It's not just here. This is a
No.
pretty big
Yeah,
area.
it's-
People getting cold, so
Yeah.
a lot of people are dealing with it. But a a lot of areas of the country are way more prepared to deal with it.
Right.
They don't even sell good warm clothes here. Much less have the stuff to take care of the roads once it starts getting bad. So. Henley thinks she's going to get to play outside in it.
Can I?
She's going to look like the kid off the Christmas Story, though.
Yes, can't move. Right. Because the day that we're supposed to have all the snow that she'd be excited to play in, it's also supposed to be about -5.
Yeah.
I think. So.
And wind chill, -20
It's gonna
or
be
colder.
ugly. It's gonna be
Yeah, low
ugly.
-5, high of 7, I think.
I have 5 last I saw, but yeah, cold. Anyway, which of that cold is just cold?
Yeah.
So the cold temp, I mean, yeah, it's cold, but if there's not a lot of wind, I mean, it's cold, but it's not so brutal. But when the wind's blowing, like it's blowing pretty hard right now. I don't know what the wind chill is, but it's probably down close to 0 with it being 14 degrees outside because the flags are sticking straight out. So
Yeah. We were told by a friend who now lives in Idaho that Oklahoma winter is worse than Idaho winter because of the wind.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the humidity too.
Yes.
You know, if you get a really kind of wet air cold, it gets to the bone a lot faster, it seems like. So the dry cold, I know it's a dry heat, you know, it's a dry
Yeah.
cold. But it's true. I mean, the moisture does affect how fast it affects you.
Right.
But luckily the roads are good, so hopefully it stays this way all the way out to the office. I already called ahead, make sure they were there. Didn't sound too surprised that I was going to be bringing a soil sample.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm not the only crazy person. But I guess we'll know more once we get there. Maybe she was just being nice on the phone.
Yeah. What are you doing digging up soil samples today?
We're here.
Very careful. Very slick.
Vegetable garden. You can specify price real quick.
Yeah, the organic matter is, I mean, I say get too high, but it's, what was the front? The front was 25% last year. The back's 9. We're a little high on phosphorus because we used a lot of chicken litter compost from the barn. But everything else is real good. Yeah. All right, so we got the samples dropped off. Nice ladies in there.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be on camera. I don't blame them. There's times when I don't want to be on camera either. So we just did the standard testing. It gives the NPK, the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And then we also got the test for organic matter. It's kind of like to see how that's progressing. You know, since we started with the back to Eden style.
Yeah, just straight wood chips for
Yeah.
a while.
So last year that front garden was 25% organic matter. And with all the worm activity and everything else bringing up more of the subsoil, just wanted to see what what it does over time. But last year we did a way more complete testing to get all the micro macronutrients, everything. We paid for just about everything you could get. So this time it's just the NPK and organic matter. The standard soil testing gets you the NPK and the pH is $10. So that's really reasonable, especially for all you learn, and the increase in production you can get by adding the correct amendments and the correct amount. But then organic matter, it's not quite as important for getting the good results if you already know that you have plenty of organic matter in there. I just kind of want to trend where that number goes over time. So we could get by without getting that test every year. Get it every 2 or 3 years, but it's another $8. But I just kind of want to see annually how fast that number changes without doing a lot to change it intentionally. I mean, we still add some leaf litter to the walkways, and that winds up in the beds. We add Miramichi Green, which is the biochar, and compost. So there's a little bit of improvement with that, or at least that can affect it, but not a lot, not like adding a lot of intentional organic matter. So we'll see what it's like this year. Pretty easy, y'all. I mean, your sampling method as far as getting a good cross section of the entire area that you want to test, getting plenty of samples to the depth, especially that you want tested. Definitely, I wouldn't just test right off of the surface. You want to get down in there a little bit, but you don't have to go down super deep. Then get those all mixed together and get your sample turned in. So that was the OSU Extension Office for our county. So we should have results back in about 10 days. And we'll be sure and go over those results with y'all. And we'll talk about what our strategy is for this year. We'll do the math and show you how to figure out what you need to add or what we'll be adding.
We need to add, yeah.
And that'll be our amendments for the year every time before we plant. Oh, pretty easy, right?
Gotta be even easier if it hadn't been frozen.
Yeah, it's
this
cold.
morning.
Last year when we did our samples, it was cold. It wasn't frozen like this, but it was cold.
Yeah,
So,
just the time of year we're doing it. But yeah, this year made it a little more challenging.
so hopefully you can see the little process there and everything. But I guess we'll check back in a couple of weeks on that and see what the results are. Yeah. You got anything to add, Henley? You're never short on words. You got anything to add?
No. Feather mill stinks. Literally. It's smelly.
Feather mill stinks.
She's not wrong.
It's literally really smelly.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see y'all later then. All right.
Bye.
Bye.